This is the easiest, most efficient way to get the Mark II with all of its upgrades on the Black Ops 6 Zombies map, Shattered Veil. The first thing you're going to do is spawn into the map, immediately turn around and grab this pickaxe off of the stump. You're then going to open up the door to Quick Revive and you're going to go over to this little fountain and pick up the first reflector that you need. As you make your way up to the mansion, open up the door that leads to Stamina, and if you walk up these stairs, you can get a free bonus points. And if you want to kill some zombies, you could possibly get a free double points from them, and then get 1,000 free points from this free points. Holy free points. When you make your way up to the left side of the mansion, as you go through, the second reflector you're gonna need is sitting right here in this fountain. As you're doing all of this, make sure you're shooting the white boxes around the map trying to find the essence bomb. When you get to the back by double tap, you can shoot this free double points over by this log and you can use that to collect yourself some extra points. Repair the elevator and go down and immediately turn left and you're going to see a letter on the wall. After you see this letter, go up by the pack-a-punch. You can pick up another free pickaxe, and I forgot to mention, in the nursery there's also another free one under a bed. But once you do that, go over to these gas pipes and you're going to see one leaking. You're going to hit the valve right next to it, and then whatever letter you had, you got to hit the valve that correlates to that one. When you've done it correctly, you're going to get a quote from Samantha. You can then come back, get an explosive, and blow up this gas chamber and get the first canister that you need. Now go back into the tunnel and there's going to be a free Casimir device from this dead zombie that you need to pick up. At this point, you can also go over by the armory, and if you climb on top of this box, you can get a free nuke, which will give you more free points. You're going to bring this Casimir device to this window that's right below double tap, and if you throw it at the ground, it'll actually suck the canister out and you can get the second one from here. Once you've done this, if you have enough salvage, buy yourself 4 Semtexes. We're going to have to get 4 seeds that are around the map. The way to get these seeds are by throwing an explosive or using a Mark II or a ray gun or any sort of explosive to blow up these pods that are around the map. As you can see, I blow one up here and get a seed from it. You have to do that to 3 others. There's a location in the back by double tap where you saw. There's another one by the trees next to where you can shoot the free points, the free double points. There's another by the gumball machine where you grab the second reflector. There's 2 out in front of the mansion. There's one over by Speed Cola. There's one over by Quick Revive. There's 2 in the spawn area. Just run around finding these different pods, blowing them up until you've got 4 seeds. Now at this point, you should be around round 10, and when you do hit round 10, go back to the room with Samantha in it or the tunnel, and a purple-eyed zombie is going to spawn. Kill him and pick up the floppy disk that he drops. Bring that floppy disk over to this computer over by Stamina and hold X on it. And what's going to happen is a paper is going to start coming out of the printer and it's going to spawn in a bunch of vermin. After about 30 seconds, you can hold X on this paper and it'll give you a sentence, and one word will have a fully capitalized word. You need to memorize that word. Come over to the nursery and there's going to be a chalkboard with groups of letters. You need to spell out your word, and with the amount of letters that are in each group, that's going to correlate to your first number. So for example, my word was moth. The M is in a group of 8 letters, so my first number is going to be 8. You need to do that with all of the different letters. Once you've got that number, drop down the elevator, shoot this free insta-kill power-up that's in the elevator shaft, and then sprint all the way to the trapped doppelgast and put in your code. This will allow you to kill the doppelgast super easy with this free insta-kill. And once you kill him, he's going to drop an arm. You need to take that arm into the armory and you can get yourself the base version of the free Mark II. Once you get the free Mark II, we're going to get the third and final canister. So make your way out, turn left, and on the ceiling there's a blue bubble. Shoot that bubble with the Mark II. Take the teleporter to spawn, and there's going to be another bubble right next to Quick Revive you can shoot. There's one right over by Stamina. If you look up at the ceiling, you can shoot that one. And then over on the balcony by the nursery, the 4th one is there. One of these is going to drop the canister. Now at this point, you should have been shooting the white boxes and got the essence bomb. Take that bomb down to the tunnel and blow up this pile of rocks on this wall, and you can enter a secret room. When you enter this room, there's 2 poles in the room. You need to place the first reflector right to the left and place the second reflector over on the other side of the room, and then you can place the canister in its machine. There are 3 phases to this. You need to walk up and melee the rock, and it's going to send a beam around the room and unlock the doppelgast glass statue and you need to kill him. You need to pick up the second reflector you placed down, melee the first one, it's going to move its beam to the cave. You need to run up, place the second reflector on the cave one, melee that one, drop down, you can melee the rock and it's going to unlock the second doppelcast. After you kill him, go back up, grab the reflector from the cave, place it in its original spot, and melee the first reflector once, and then go melee the rock and it's going to unlock the third doppelcast, which is a lot tougher to kill, so make sure you're ready for this one. But once you kill him, the snake in the middle is going to light up and start glowing, and you can pick up the canister, and you've gotten the first Mark II variant. This is the purple one and it acts as a shotgun when you shoot it. You can craft it and upgrade it in the bedroom up inside of the mansion. Let's do the second variant now. So what you're going to do is head over by Quick Revive, place the canister in this machine, and with the 4 seeds you got, you need to plant them. So the first spot you need to plant it in is right here. You can do this in any order, but you need to protect it. It's going to start spawning in purple-eyed zombies, and it takes about a minute of protecting this thing before it's fully done. There's also a progress bar on the left you can sit and watch as you do this, but once you've done all 4 spots, one's right here, one's right on the other side, one's down in front of the Quick Revive machine, and then there's one right on the inside right here. Once you've done all 4, you can pick up the canister, bring it to this crafting table in spawn, and then you can get yourself the yellow variant. This one will make it shoot kind of like a sniper. It'll shoot one shot at a time and kind of bust through a bunch of zombies, but this variant is the worst one by far. And to get the third and final blue variant, which is the best one by far, come over to the Speed Cola area, place the canister in this machine, and it's going to spawn an abomination down here. What you need to do is have this abomination shoot with his laser eyes 3 rocks that are placed around this circle. There's one here, one over in between the other 2 rocks, and then one on the other side. After he shoots it with his beams out of his eyes, you need to make him charge and hit the rocks or just be near the rocks. Once you've done all 3, they'll start floating in the air, and it's going to start a little portal in the very middle of the ground. You need to protect this portal. It's going to start spawning in vermin, and only the vermin will go for it. There's a bar on the left. You need it to get full to 100%. Just shoot the vermin. It's not too bad. It might take 30 seconds to 45 seconds. But once it's fully charged up, you can go grab the canister, craft it at the very bottom by the armory, and get yourself the blue Mark II variant. This will turn it into a full auto Mark II, and this one is by far the best one. It's not even close. So if this helped you, I would appreciate a like, a sub, whatever the heck you want, and I'll see you later.